So I saw this one comment on one of my recent videos of a guy saying something like, oh yeah, none of this self-improvement, going to the gym stuff works. All that matters is if you're 6 foot and if you're attractive. Oh, it's only genetics, nothing else matters. And it just got me thinking about like how much of a problem this actually is for young men. So many men are hopeless when it comes to dating. Maybe you've been rejected by a few girls or you've gone through a lot of bad moments and it's just given this whole like negative cycle where it feels like you can never get out of it. Like, every time you go talk to a girl, you get rejected. Every time you go on a date, it doesn't go well. But I think that one of the most important things you can have as a young man is hope that you can actually improve yourself. Actually having that growth mindset where you know that if you take the right actions, you can get better. And someone's probably already getting ready to type, oh yeah, this only matters if you're tall and if you're attractive. But I just want you to know that like me and so many other young men who've actually put in the work are living evidence that this self-improvement stuff actually does work. Like a few years ago in high school and early college, I was in a really bad spot. I was constantly texting girls, getting rejected, trying to go on dates, like girls just not wanting to go out with me. Or I'd be talking to a girl for a few weeks, everything would be going well, and then all of a sudden she'd like lose interest. And then it made me realize like, okay, why is this going on? And then I actually took my own improvement seriously, stuff like going to the gym, building my confidence, improving my physique. And it actually did like greatly improve my dating life. And I don't say this to boast and be like, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm so great, look at me. But more to give you hope, just to show you that like, if you actually take your improvement seriously and you actually put in the right work, like you can make something of yourself as a man. And I know I'm talking about this in terms of dating, but this is something that can apply to pretty much every single aspect of life. Maybe you're struggling with depression or just feelings of anxiety. If you actually take action and you focus on improving yourself, these are all things that you can better and you can improve. So, okay, what can you actually focus on as a man? Well, the first thing is your attitude. See, all these guys who say things like, oh yeah, it's only looks that matter. Oh, I should just give up. It's like, you know what? Maybe it's not your looks that's holding you back. Maybe it's this like toxic attitude that you have. Because think about it, if you're always living with this like nihilistic attitude where it's like, oh yeah, like no girl's ever gonna like me, like, oh, the world is like pointless and I should just give up. Do you think that's an attitude that's gonna make you attractive to women? Do you think a girl's gonna hang out with you and you're gonna give off that like attractive, confident vibe? Oh, of course not, because you have this attitude that like nothing matters and I should just give up. So I just want you to really think about like, is it actually my appearance that's holding me back, or is it this attitude that I have? Because even if you are a good looking dude, it's not going to matter if you have a shitty attitude. And I also know that we've all seen it before. We've all seen that like unattractive guy, that not great looking guy who actually has an attractive girlfriend. Like we all went to school with a guy like that, or we all like have that friend. So don't cope and say, oh yeah, it's all about looks and you should just give up, because it's a lot easier to just give up than it is to actually put in the work to better yourself. And that's what I think a lot of this attitude comes from, is just a lack of drive and a lack of actual like wanting to take action. So be a man and don't cope. The second thing that you need to actually realize is that you can control a lot about your looks. I genuinely believe that pretty much any man can easily go from like a 3 out of a 10 to a 7 out of 10. And I know given like numbers and like 3 out of 10, 7 out of 10 is like super weird and kind of sounds odd, but like just hear me out. Let's say you're a guy who's like objectively like not that attractive. Well, if you went to the gym and got in better shape, built an aesthetic physique, well, you can genuinely go from being like a 3 out of a 10 to a 7 out of 10. Because if you built your dream physique and you cleaned yourself up, do you still think that like you would be super unattractive? No, of course you wouldn't. Then at that point, once you've gotten in better shape and you've cleaned up your appearance, maybe you've gotten a better style, you're easily attractive enough to find a girlfriend or to have women interested in you. So even if you're saying that like, oh yeah, my looks are the reason I'm not getting a girlfriend, well, have you done everything you can to improve your looks? Because if you've hit the gym and you've gotten in good shape and you still can't get girls, then okay, fair enough. But I also think that anyone can improve their appearance. So instead of using it as an excuse, you should actually think like, what can I do to improve it? So now you're like, okay, well, what should I actually focus on? Well, of course, like step 0 is to take care of the very simple things. Like if you have a ton of acne, then maybe you need to like get a facial cleanser and like take care of that. Maybe if, your style is like super whack and you just like wear weird shit, then maybe you should like improve your style and get better style. So first of all, like take care of all the very simple things you can fix in like a day or two. Then once you do that, I believe the number one thing you can do as a man is start going to the gym and taking your fitness seriously. Like there's this constant meme that guys will always say where like, oh yeah, like I went to the gym and got in shape and I only get compliments from guys and not from girls. I don't know about you, but for me, that was not the experience that I had. And then not only does going to the gym improve your like actual like physical appearance, but also improves the confidence that you have in yourself, because it takes a lot of discipline to go to the gym consistently and to build a good physique. And these like improvements that you'll get from going to the gym aren't only going to improve your dating life. Like I don't think you should only do it for girls, but it's also going to improve every aspect of your life because it creates this whole positive feedback loop where you're going to the gym, so you're building discipline, you're building confidence, and then because you have that confidence, because you have that improved physique, you start being more attractive to women, and then girls take more of an interest in you. So start going to the gym and training hard, eat clean, do the right habits. And bro, I guarantee you that if you focus on your goals and bettering yourself and improving yourself for like 6 to 8 months, you will greatly improve your dating life. But always be the guy who actually thinks like, how can I take action and how can I improve myself? Don't be the guy who makes excuses and always comes up with every reason for why he can't do something. Because the best version of you, he's not making excuses. He's not thinking of, none of this matters. Like, it's all just about genetics. He's not thinking that. He's focused on what he can improve and what he can level up. So keep finding ways to get better and never ever quit. If you found this video helped you, be sure to click the like and subscribe button and also turn on the post notifications so you can see more videos like these. I'll see you for the next video, bro.